today we're talking about monthly expenses. So when we have finished monthly expenses, what we're going to find is you're going to see whether your business is profitable and whether the sort of assumptions that you have made in terms of sales and average spends and customer counts correlates into a profitable business. So first of all, you want to be very, very honest with yourself when you're doing those numbers. So at the beginning stages, guys, it's not going to be as busy as you go forward. So try not to show any straight line numbers and make sure that you have done your homework and those numbers are accurate projections as we can make them. And once we've done that, then we can move on to expenses. So we have a big week prepared for you all. We're going to be moving through this. This week we're going to be finishing your forecast, moving into the actual business planning writing section itself, and plus so much more. So hopefully you all got a great sleep this weekend. You guys got some rest because this is a big week coming up for you all. So today, again, we're talking about monthly expenses, and these are the expenses that you're going to incur month over month to run your business. There's no way around them. You have to go through them. So as you can see, I've kind of prepared a expense worksheet here. So just before we do that, I just want to go back to our cost of goods sold worksheet, and someone has brought something to our attention, which is great because you guys have been paying attention and kind of are understanding this. So when I had talked about labor costs under this labor costs section, for management and administration, we had talked about their monthly fee. So all we have to do here is I'd put in 10,000, just multiply that number by 3, and that's how you're going to get it for the quarter, and just drag that over. Do that for management and administration, and you are all set. So once you've done that, you can go back to expenses, and as you can kind of see, my numbers are a bit up. All I've done is increased my average spend just so I could show a profitable business here to you all. So what I want you to do is create a new sheet and market expenses, put a title there on it, and bring over your revenue, gross profit, and operational profit from your cost of goods sold worksheet. So simple enough, I'll just show you guys. All you're going to do is go equal to, over to your cost of goods sold, hit revenue, enter. Drag that across. And gross profit, same thing, equal to, and our gross profit, drag that across. Once you've done that, to get gross profit as a percentage of revenue, you're just going to click equal to your gross profit divided by your revenue, and that's going to give you a percentage. And you're going to do the same thing with operational profit. So equal to, back to your cost of goods sold worksheet, drag it in, and as a percentage, this is as a percentage of revenue, so it's equal to your operational profit divided by your revenue. That's going to go, and you're going to drag that across. Perfect. So once we've done that, now we need to talk about what charges you're going to incur on a monthly basis. So I have added in some here which are very generic. Every business is going to have these. Your business may have more, may have a lot less. But that is sort of for you to really find out. Do your homework. Go make sure that you have an understanding of what industry you're in, like I had said at the beginning, because you want to make sure that you know exactly what you're getting into. So for advertising and promotion, this is the money, and just kind of do this worksheet and add these in as I'm talking. I'm just going to explain them as I go. So advertising and promotion. We're talking about the money that you need to advertise and promote your business on a monthly basis. There's going to be digital marketing needs and traditional marketing done. So if you don't know how much money to put into advertising and promotion, then find a similar business or someone doing the exact same thing that you're trying to do and try to learn what they're doing. Learn from them. Source out what kind of money are they putting into Facebook, what kind of money are they putting into digital ad spends, and if you need a billboard, or if you're all online, what platforms are they using and what does that cost you? Bank charges. So find out advertising and promotion, bank charges. This is processing fees. Simple enough. If you're taking credit card payments, you're going to have processing fees. If you don't have credit card payments, you don't have these, but a lot of businesses are no longer cash businesses. So you're going to have bank charges. Management fee, this is dependent on your business. Not a lot of you will have a management fee, but I added it in there. And then we're talking about supplies. This is anything, cleaning supplies, paper products, if you have a bathroom, any products for that, just any supply that you're going to need for your business. Insurance, we're talking about liability and building insurance. You are going to need insurance on your business in some way or another. Liability in case someone gets hurt, and building insurance in case something happens. If there's a small fire or something breaks, you want to have insurance for that. If you have an online business, make sure you invest in some great cyber protection. We are in 2017, and that is a possibility. So make sure you do that. And then legal and accounting, to make sure your contracts are set for your employees, and to make sure that you have an accountant present to make sure that they're checking your books, making sure that you're not breaking the law and the government won't come sniffing around. Maintenance, this could be for maintenance on your equipment and physical plant itself. So if you have equipment, things happen, allocate money for some maintenance. And same thing with building. Things happen within your building. You're going to need to maintain it, get a fresh paint job, whatever it is. There's going to be maintenance on your building. Automobile, any sort of transportation costs. This can be your own personal automobile as well. Office expenses. So this is just printer paper, pens, pencils, anything that you're going to need for an office. That's an expense. Rent. If you have a space, you're going to have to pay rent. So know what you're spending in rent. If you don't have a space and you're working from home, guess what? Your house now becomes your office. So you can allocate some money and write off some tax. There's some tax benefits to that. Telecommunications. This is telecommunications, phone, internet, and cell phone. Utilities, hydro, water, gas. And then website is just to maintain a web presence and an email address and to make sure that you're set on the web. So these are your monthly expenses. And again, these aren't for everyone's business, so take some away if you don't need them, but make sure that you've done your homework and understand exactly what costs you're going to have to spend on these. And I'm just going to fill these with just some basic numbers, and it'll be your sort of job to figure out how much money you want to spend on advertising and promotion. So for this, we're just going to say 2%. Processing fees, I believe, are 1.25. Put in 1.2. Management fee, if you have to do so, is around 5. Supplies, you're going to do around 3%. And then after that, these are all dollar amounts here. These are all going to be dollar amounts. So for insurance, it could be 200. Talking 250 for legal and accounting, 500 for maintenance, 800. Again, I'm just populating these with fake numbers, guys. It'd be your job to go in there and really do your homework and really find out how much it's going to be to operate your business on a monthly basis. But these are just general. And your total expenses, just add all those up. Perfect. So this is monthly. As you can see, so if you don't know how to do that, just click on this B and just say insert so you can create this monthly section. So we want to first figure out how much money you're spending a month, and then from that, how that correlates over quarter. Okay? So to figure that out, this is going to be equal to your expenses multiplied by your advertising and promotion. And what you're going to want to do in order for you to just make this simple on yourself, just add in a dollar sign in front of the B. That's it, okay? Dollar sign in front of the B, enter, drag that across. And again here, it's going to be your revenue multiplied by your bank charge percentage. And again, just put a dollar sign in front there, guys. Make it very easy for you to just drag that formula across. You don't have to do it for every single number. And dollar sign, and we're almost done. I'm just going to do this. At any point, if you're lost, guys, you can always pause, rewind. Make sure that you do these sections properly. These formulas are extremely important. You want to make sure that these are set this way, so if you make a change, it makes a change to the whole spreadsheet. Great. Drag that across, and we're all set. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to take these, and these are dollar amounts. These are, again, just times by 3, so I'm not going to make the same mistake as I did with labor costs. Perfect. and I can just copy that down, and this is just going to be equal to that number. I can drag that across, and I can drag all these down. Perfect. So there we go. And expenses here, just going to make sure we're set. Great. Now we're going to be able to see here our bottom line, which is going to show somebody how profitable this business is. So based on this spreadsheet here, I am doing extremely well every year. So just around 500,000 for this little business, which is great. If you guys are in the negative, that's okay. What you now realize is you either realize that you need to scale back a little bit and maybe look at a smaller approach and just redo this spreadsheet, or you need to get more customers for your business. You just need to get more aggressive. You need to up your average spends and up the amount of business that you're getting. So you can do those two things. If you're sitting here in the first quarter and this is a little bit too much, if you're profiting say $1 million, most likely kind of scale back a little bit, guys. Like I said, generally speaking, you're not going to be making that type of money at the beginning. Don't expect to make it. No one knows who you are yet. So at the beginning stages, it should show a little bit less and you're going to grow over time. But again, your business could be seasonally, so during the summer months, it could be a lot more busy. So now that we have figured out your total expenses, now we can figure out your income. So sorry guys, this is your total expenses for the year. So now we're going to talk about your income. So your income is equal to your operational profit less your expenses. And you're going to bring that over. There we go. I wanted to show a little bit less numbers there. Great. So as you can see, this is a very small business. This is what I thought. This is what I wanted to build. We're gaining money as we go. Obviously, in the in this type of season, obviously the winter season, we're not going to be as busy, so the revenues go down. But we're showing steady growth here. We have a small little business for the first year. This is very respectable. It's actually a great little business for you if you're doing this. So figure out what it is. If you're in the negative here, again, just add more customers. That's it. And once you figure that out, it's very easy for you to go forward. So this is as a percentage. We can just go here and change that to 1% and drag that across. Great, there we go. So guys, now you have your whole forecast done before your startup costs. So make sure that this is done properly. Make sure that this makes sense. Show it to somebody, present it to a mentor. Make sure that what you're guessing you're going to do is actually viable and sustainable, and you're going to be able to do it. So before you move forward, make sure you're happy with your forecast. Make sure you're happy with the amount of money you're making. If you're not happy with the amount of money you're making, then change your forecast up a little bit, but be realistic. Don't just go and say I'm going to get another 20 customers and all of a sudden I'm a millionaire. Be realistic about it. Sometimes here for your income level, for these first 2, even 3, sometimes you may lose money, and that is okay. As long as over time you're starting to increase, it makes sense for you. So just because you're small at the beginning, this is about gaining. This is about continuously growing and expanding your business and scaling up. So this is just the starting point. Get comfortable with it. Make sure you do your expenses. If you have any questions, again, just email me your spreadsheet. I'll take a look. I'll see what I can do and how to help you, and we can go forward from there. So here's where we're at. I'm going to send you a workbook with it. Make sure that you guys are following. You're on task. You are where you're supposed to be. Source out a real estate agent if you need to find a location, and get that started now. And for a lawyer, say find a lawyer, find an accountant, and make sure that you have those people in place. We are very close to being absolutely complete. So continuously to work, guys. One thing I want to emphasize in this video, which is sort of off topic, is become a great listener. Become a great listener. So try to think in this next week and as you go forward, when you're in a conversation with a mentor, when you're in a conversation with someone, who's trying to help you, spend 80% of the time asking questions from them, learn from them, listen to them, become a great listener, take in as much information as possible, be a sponge. If you can be a sponge at this stage, it will be absolutely amazing for you. So be a sponge, continue to listen, get this expense worksheet completed for you, and tomorrow we are moving on to startup costs. So we're almost there, guys. Keep going. Look forward to seeing everyone's success, and see you all soon. So take care and enjoy your night.